Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, I'm your host, Mrs. M. And if you haven't, make sure you click the link below. That way you can subscribe to my channel and not miss out on anything you need to scale your business to six figures and beyond. So this is going to be tip number 2. We're on tip number 2 on the 2-week challenge on what we need to do to win a government contract. Or today we're going to look at what we need to do to sub. And that is one of the best ways. Actually, that's the way I got started. I actually subbed with a contractor for GSA in Washington, D.C. And that was one of the first contracts I received when I moved to Washington. But I had won some state contracts in the state of Florida where I got started. So what can you do to win or to be favored with a subcontractor today? Because we're looking at what we can do to get income into our businesses via government contracts, whether it's federal, state, or county right now. So what can we do? One of the things we can do is visit fpds.gov. That's fpds.gov. Now, I'm going to give you an example of what happened to one of our students. And what he did was he won a contract. He was actually, doing an open competition contract. That means it's open to everyone. He won. I think it was for laundry services. Yes, it was. It was laundry services. And then he had a individual reach out to him that actually competed on that contract and asked for a debrief, which is what you ask for when you do not win the contract, when you're not awarded the contract. You can actually get a debrief and you can find out who won, for how much, everything. And that's what this person did. Reached out to Isaiah within a couple of days of Isaiah winning the contract. Now, Isaiah does the middleman, which means he is located in one location and the contract was somewhere else, which means he probably would need someone to help fulfill the contract. The mistake a lot of us make is we assume if someone wins the contract, either they're going to self-perform, that means they're going to do it themselves, or they may have someone already in place. About 70% of the time when people win contracts, they have no idea who's going to perform the services. This is where you come in very handy as a subcontractor. So what the gentleman did was he reached out to Isaiah and asked him, could he introduce himself and if he could work on this project for him, because the gentleman happened to be located in the area where the contract was awarded. Remember, Isaiah was using the middleman. He was going to locate someone because he had like 30 days before the contract started. This really, really helped when the gentleman reached out to him. So if you're looking to be a subcontractor on a prime, you can go to FPDS, put in a filter where it will show you who has won contracts. You can put in the most current dates and you can look to see who has just recently won a contract. On FPDS, if you scroll down a little bit more, you will actually see the information of the company that has been awarded that contract, where the place of performance is, and you can look at their website and get all their contact information and then do what? Send them your introduction letter. Make sure you put some great things on there on why they should care about working with you. If you do this, you'd be surprised how you may be in a location and try to put in maybe a location where the contract is being performed in your area. That way you can step in and be the middleman. And this person may either be in that area or they may not have anyone that can perform the services. Send your introduction letter and then follow up again and again and make sure you put some compelling information in on, which I always talk about. The compelling information in the introduction letter should be similar to why they should care about working with you. This is where you're going to really talk about your differentiators. I always talk about having a signature program. This is something that you've created and it really goes into great detail. In a couple of seconds, you're able to get their attention, whether it's a contracting officer's attention, or in this case, the prime contractor. A lot of prime contractors need small businesses, even if they're a small business, to help them team up because they may have the contract, but they don't have the workers. This is where you can step in and really make a difference. So go to fpds.gov, put in the search for filtering in dates, looking for contracts. You can also put in a filter for your area, look for contracts with the date that have just recently been awarded. And then the next thing you want to do is reach out to these prime contractors, give them your secret sauce, that signature program that you've created that would really set you apart And you'd be surprised how many of them would be so happy to work with you. I know it happened for me. So looking forward to giving you step number 3 tomorrow, or tip number 3 tomorrow on what you can do to get income coming in today. Now, if you want to learn more about the signature program and all of those things, you know what you can do. You can sign up for my Lunch and Learn every Wednesday, where I give you different tips every single Lunch and Learn. It's an hour, it's during lunchtime, 12 Eastern, and I usually have you off by 1 o'clock. So that way you can go back to work if you are working that 9 to 5. And our goal, hopefully, is to get you out of the 9 to 5, win some government contracts so you can do this, full time. Looking forward to seeing you soon, and have a great day. Bye-bye.